Well, I was called by the producer, Bill Haber, who sort of set up the deal, told me he had been reading the books, and as he said it, I love your girls, and I think they belong on television. He immediately recognized that this was something that had not been done on TV for a while, which was a female buddy show. And two women who are opposites, who are really good at what they do, and who defend each other. So it took a couple of years to finally all come together, but he hired Janet Tamaro as the showrunner and as the head writer, and she was also the one who wrote the pilot episode. When I met Janet, she had read the books, and the one thing she said to me was, I think what you're dealing with here is Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock. And she managed to encapsulate exactly who these people are. Jane Rizzoli is Captain Kirk. Brash, bold, does what he thinks, uses his emotions to make decisions. And Maura Isles is Mr. Spock, very scientific and logical. And I think that using those iconic characters, she has proceeded to make the TV show about two very opposite women who just happen to be good friends.
So obviously, it being a television show, they've made a lot of changes
Yeah.
to make it more television worthy.
Yeah.
But tell me about the character of Maura and what you see as the differences between your Maura and the TV Maura.
Well, the book Maura is very dark. She has a very disturbing background. She comes from a family of serial killers, and here she is, a medical examiner, working with a knife, working with cutting women open, cutting people open. But what is, does that go back to the darkness of her own family? And she is also very scientific, very logical, very quiet, and very practical in many ways. And I envisioned her as being sort of a goth version of Catherine Zeta-Jones. And then when they cast Sasha Alexander in the part, they also changed the part, and they have made her quite a bit less dark. I think she's much more cheerful, much more approachable, and now blonde. So there are a lot of things that have changed the character.
And how does that character share your background?
Well, we're both doctors. In the books, I take a lot of Maura Isles's, her memories from medical school. They come directly from my own experiences. We both went to the same medical school. We both grew up in California. So a lot of the biographical information in Maura's life comes directly from my own. And I feel that I'm, in a sense, a Mr. Spock. I want to be logical, and I do have a scientific background.
And what about the shoes?
The shoes. My Maura would never wear high heels to a crime scene. Just as I would never wear high heels to a crime scene or anywhere else if I can avoid it.